Honey, now you can. Open the window of your fear. The desert is calmer tonight. The moon has folded its sword. I learned patience from dunes that move only when Allah wills, and silence from horses who carry kings without pride. Honey, now you can walk where my shadow once stood. I left crowns on the sand, so your feet would not bleed. Power taught me commands, love taught me surrender, and between the two, I chose your fragile name. I ruled mornings of gold, nights of guarded gates, but my heart learned freedom only when it bowed. The falcon returns not by force, but by trust in the wrist, and I waited as deserts wait for rain. Honey, now you can believe that gentleness is strength. I have seen empires crack from a single careless word, and souls rebuilt by one honest tear. If the world is loud, be the prayer beneath it. I wrote your name where maps end, where caravans rest, where time loosens its armor. My poems are tents of wind. They stand because faith holds them. If you read slowly, you will hear my footsteps leaving pride behind. Honey, now you can take my hand without fear of thorns. I trimmed the roses of ego, kept only the scent. Kings are taught to conquer, lovers are taught to guard. Tonight I am not a ruler, I am a watchful flame. When storms came with applause, I learned which cheers were empty. When loss arrived without warning, I learned which hearts were true. The desert taught me this law. What survives the sun was never weak. Honey, now you can rest your doubts beside my horse's breath. He knows roads that forgive mistakes, knows how to stop before cliffs. Trust is a long ride. We take it together, slow enough to listen, brave enough to continue. If fate asks for proof, show it our patience. If time demands a price, pay it with kindness. I have buried many victories, kept only the lesson. Love does not shout, it stays. Honey, now you can believe the dawn again. I will meet it without armor, with a promise instead. Between heaven and sand, I choose your peace. Let the world watch. We will walk quietly and arrive complete. Honey, now you can hear what silence was hiding. Not every quiet heart is empty. Some are oceans praying to be understood. I learned this while standing alone between banners and borders where applause fades and only intention survives. Honey, now you can see me without the weight of legend. I am not the rumor of power, nor the echo of royal halls. I am a man who learned late that love kneels before truth, and truth never bows to fear. The desert watched me grow older without counting years. It stripped my voice of arrogance, left only meaning. Sand remembers every footstep, yet never chains the traveler. From it I learned mercy, to let go without erasing. Honey, now you can trust the pauses in my words. Some promises are too sacred to rush into sound. Like dawn, they arrive softly, unannounced, undeniable. I waited for the right hour to offer you a future that does not bruise your soul. I carried victories like armor, losses like hidden scars, but love arrived as a teacher with no crown. It asked me to unlearn dominance, to replace command with care, to trade certainty for shared faith. Honey, now you can walk beside me, not behind. I do not seek footsteps to follow, I seek a heartbeat to match. Even falcons fly together, only when the sky agrees. If your wings tire, my shoulder will be horizon enough. The nights tested me with glitter, tempted me with shortcuts to glory, but I chose the long road, the one that remembers names, the one that honors waiting. I learned that speed impresses crowds, patience builds homes. Honey, now you can place your worries on my prayer mat. I will face them at dawn, when courage is most honest. I have spoken to God in whispers, asked Him to keep my intentions clean, to protect what I love from my own ego. Do you know why the desert blooms rarely? Because it refuses to waste beauty. When it gives fully. That is how I learned restraint, how I learned devotion that does not beg for attention. Honey, now you can read my eyes without translation. They have traveled through doubt, returned carrying clarity. I know now that love is not possession, it is responsibility, not a cage, but a guarded gate. If tomorrow brings trials, we will greet them unarmed. Fear recognizes armor, but trembles before calm hearts. I will stand steady, so you may stand free. This is my oath, spoken not loudly, but forever. Honey, now you can believe that endings can be gentle. Not every story needs fire. Some close, like evening prayers, with gratitude, with peace. If the world asks who I am, I will answer simply. I am the one who chose love after knowing power, and if one day silence returns, do not fear it. I will be there, in consistency, in presence, in the quiet strength that does not leave. Honey, now you can. Honey, now you can breathe easy. I stand without crowns. The desert taught me loyalty over noise. Take my calm hand, no promises shouted, only a future.